Welcome, Japanese woodblock print collectors and enthusiasts. It's another unboxing today that I think you'll find interesting, especially if you like Hiroshige and surprises. The backstory here is that I bid on 5 Hiroshige prints. Here's the photo of the prints from the auction site. This is the only photo they had for the 5 prints, so 2 of the prints were not shown at all. Now, in the description, they did name all 5 prints. The ones we see here from left to right, Ishibe, Okazaki, and the Azuma Shrine. Then it listed the 2 missing prints as Akasaka from the series The 53 Stations of the Tokaido and Ryogoku Bridge from the series Famous Places in Edo. But once again, there were no photos, so I have no idea what condition they were in or even if they were reprints or not. Now, I could have contacted the auction house to request photos of the missing prints, and they might have responded, maybe, maybe not. In any case, I didn't have time, so I haven't seen those 2 missing prints until this unboxing here with you. So, enough backstory. Let's open this up and see what we actually have. It looks like somebody stepped on this box. That's a footprint, right? Here are the prints, nicely protected. That side didn't work. I'm going to try this side. The shipping company was UPS. I like them. I use them all the time for the gallery prints that I ship out. Okay, let's pull these out of here. Ooh, looking good. First impression is the paper is super crisp and the prints have nice wide borders. This is Ishibe Station from the vertical or upright Tokaido. The second print is Okazaki Station from the same Tokaido series. There's a bit of glue residue on the back. Print number 3 is Azuma Shrine from 100 Famous Views of Edo. I can see the ink color has changed, and I'll talk more on this later in the video. Now onto the prints I didn't get to see. First we have, dun dun dun, wow, look at how new that print looks. So crisp and clean, great color, amazing. And this last one of Ryogoku Bridge, color looks good, the border looks decent, not bad, not bad. It looks like it's taped down a bit on the corners. I'll deal with that later. Now let's examine these prints in more detail. Let's start first with the last one we opened. This is actually the earliest print dating from the 1830s, almost 200 years ago, from the series Famous Places of the Eastern Capital. It's called Fireworks at Ryogoku Bridge. People are enjoying the evening cool and watching the display of fireworks from the crowded bridge and the pleasure boats on the Sumida River below. And if you lived in Edo, this was the place to be, kind of like Times Square in New York. This is definitely one of those destinations I'd set my time machine back to. I was impressed by the quality of this print, so I did a search online, and here are versions of this print in some major museum collections. Minneapolis Museum of Art looks to be a slightly earlier version, but look at the poor quality. What a shame. The Museum of Fine Art Boston. This is probably the best print I found and the closest to the one I just unboxed. The Harvard Museum. The borders are cropped on all sides and it looks like a bad impression. The Portland Museum of Art. It's got good borders, but there are holes and insect damage and repairs all over the place. And finally, the British Museum. Nice borders and impression, but it looks really dark again. So why do I bring all these comparisons up? Because I want to emphasize that it's very possible for people like you and me to get museum quality or better than museum quality prints if you want to. Wouldn't it be nice to go to a museum and say, I have that same print, but mine is in better condition. Sorry, I'm competitive like that. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox. The next print is Akasaka Station, number 37 from the 53 stations of the Tokaido, also known as the Reisho Tokaido, due to the formal style of writing used in the series title. You can see it here on the red cartouche, along with the number of the print, 37. I've heard that original prints from this series are rare, as the blocks from the set were destroyed by fire shortly after publication in 1848. It's a great urban scene taken from a high vantage point. We see the roofs of the buildings in front of us and can peek into the windows to see what's going on. On the street, some travelers are being harassed by shop owners trying to get their business. And look at the architectural detail and perspective. It's a very interesting print, and I couldn't believe how nice and pristine this print is. The next print is from the 1856 series 100 Famous Views of Edo. This is Azuma Shrine and the Entwined Camphor. It's number 31 in the series. You can see this yellow zigzaggy path that has flags and banners on it leading up to the shrine. At the entrance to the shrine is an entwined camphor tree with 2 trunks. And these are said to have grown from 2 chopsticks that Prince Yamato Takeru stuck into the ground over 1,000 years ago. If you remember my video on the problem with Japanese prints, I discussed Hiroshige's prints and the color shift from green to blue over time due to exposure to sunlight. And this print is a good example of that. These blue trees and turquoise grass that you see were originally different colors of green, but Hiroshige's printer liked using green ink made from the yellow mineral orpiment. And what do we learn about orpiment? Number 1, don't lick it because it's poisonous. And number 2, don't put it in the sun because it fades, leaving the blue color behind. Besides this issue, the print looks great. Next, we have a scene of Ishibe Station from the 1855 series Pictures of Famous Places on the 53 Stations. It's also known as the vertical Tokaido. Ishibe was a popular rest stop for travelers because there were many inns and restaurants. And I love these intimate scenes where we have a snapshot of the real people of this period. And this is something Hiroshige was so good at, bringing us into the lives of the Japanese people and culture. And here you can see we also have that green to blue color shift, but it's not as obvious as on the previous print. And this print too is in wonderful condition. And the final print is from the same series. It's of Okazaki, the 39th station on the Tokaido. I think this is a wonderful composition with a strong curve of the bridge against the triangular landscape behind it. We can see what looks like a procession of people walking across the bridge. The shoreline and the castle in the distant background. And below the bridge, Hiroshige draws our focus into a simple scene of a man washing his horse in the river. Once again, that intimate slice of life from 175 years ago. Overall, I am very happy with this box of prints, especially the 2 prints the auction house didn't even have photos for. The condition and quality is quite high. These prints will appear soon on our gallery website. Thanks for watching this unboxing. Please like and subscribe, and happy collecting.